Hey guys, Adam here again, and we're going to continue where we left off. So at the moment it's going to be initializing in our wander state, and I'm just going to show you some tricks to go ahead and check and make sure everything's working before we continue, as well as setting our state. So without further ado, here we go. So you press Control W to do that, and here we're going to go ahead and get our enum, get Blackboard value as enum, and then we're going to get our switch on state machine. We get that. Now it's going to do a conversion because it's a byte to an enum. That's okay. Grab that and then play through here. We're also going to set our state machine to public. File that out. And then we're going to open our bot behavior. Add service. BTS detect enemy. Now that it's added, we can go in here and make sure that this is set to state. Because it's basically a Blackboard key selector, you can assign it, which is down here, because this is our data, and it'll pick from any number of these and change whatever happens. But with state, it'll stay state. And you want to make sure you double check on this side here. We also want to go to our bot and change our AI controller class. Again, this is our bot. And change it to bot AI, which is what we have here. File everything out. Make sure you save it. Okay. And we'll go ahead and put them in the scene. Come back into our switch on bot state machine, and we're going to make it print some strings for sanity checks. So make that wander. And make this one move. File that out, save it. Now currently this is set to 0, so that means it'll go through wander and say wander. And there we go. It's saying wander. And then we'll go in here and set this to 1. And it's on move, so we know it's working. If you're having any issues, just try to repeat these steps or repeat the first video. But now we know that we're ready to go and everything's working. So the next step is to make it wander. For that, we're going to need a task. At the moment, we have a service, we have something that does activations and makes choices, but now we need something that reflects those choices. So we're going to go ahead and do a sequence, and then add a decorator. You just right click on it to get your decorator. So add decorator, Blackboard. And in this one, we're checking to see what our keys are set to respond to the choices we make. So what we want to do is set state. We want to do wander. As you can see, it's already pulled up that value and is equal to. And you can even change this here so you can change what it says. So you could say wander check. Next, we're going to need a task. So we would come in here normally and do task. We can go ahead and do the wait because we're going to need that. So we'll save that out. We don't need this for now, so we can close it. Same for this. And we're just going to go ahead and do add new blueprint class. We're going to go BTT for BTT task blueprint base. And we're going to go ahead and call this BTT wander. Open it up. We need an event receive execution. AI. From this, we'll go ahead and do a cast. Cast a bot. And we'll go ahead and do this as well. Now I'm still playing with the execute AI version versus the normals, and I'm not sure if I can just go ahead and pull straight from this controlled pawn, but I've always done cast a bot because I feel like that would help when you have multiple bots in the scene and you want to get all of them respectively, as well as their status. And such as status, we need to get their location. So now that we have their location, we want to go ahead and pick a random location in an area that's close to them. So we could do get random point in a radius. With that, we'll go ahead and change this to 1500. And we'll go ahead and assign it to whatever we're doing. So in this case, we'll do an AI move to. Now that we have that, and we set to 1500, let me go ahead and save now. There we go. We could go ahead and complete our executions. And we always want to complete our executions even on a fail. So we'll do finish execute. On success. And we also want to pull in our pawn. Now another thing you can do, let's say you get some logic done and you want to notate it, you press C and it'll open up the comment bar. Comment bar, if you click off it accidentally, that's okay. You can click in here or in here or in here. And you can basically say wander state. And even collapse these if you don't want these being blown up like that. You just click this pin here. Alright, so that's basically everything we need here. Compile that out, save it, and we could go ahead and assign it. There we go. Now that we have a good setup going, we can go ahead and make sure that our scene is set up for this as well, because right now he's not going to do anything if we press play. He's just going to sit there. So we need to make sure that we make a proper mesh data for him to travel on. So we'll go ahead and create that now. So go in here, type in nav. We want a mesh bounds volume. Go ahead and drag that out and go to geometry mode so you can see it. All right. Now that we have it selected, go ahead and go to top view and select your points. And we'll just go ahead and override this area now. There we go. Changes to front view. And now everything's overridden. Okay. Good. And then we'll go ahead and try to build paths so everything builds. Now we should be able to press P. There we go. And we should be able to see the navigation as it's being built. So it'll turn red like that whenever it's rebuilding because you change something in the scene or just from time to time. And you can always go here if you need to build it again. So now we can save this out and let's give this a run and see if it works. Ta-da! So now he's moving around, probably not correctly. We'll have to check on that later, but as you can see, he's effectively moving. It's probably something that we had to do special for the third-person blueprint animation that we'll discover in a later video. But for now, this is good enough to stop here, and we'll continue on our next video in the coming lessons. Thank you.